of course, this is our emergency preparedness event here at HSN. I'm Shannon Smith, and we have such a great half-hour plan for you. Of course, it dovetails all nicely with our today's special from Wise Foods. So we prepare you for, you know, possibly the worst of circumstances with regard to food. But what a lot of us forget is, what are you gonna do when your cell phone battery dies, when you've got that, you know, dead spot in your home? What are you gonna do when you lose power, when there is that power outage? We need that landline, which could potentially be a lifelink in many homes and families. And this actually happens to be our most popular corded phone ever sold here at HSN. It's almost as good as buy one and get 3 for free. It's also a digital personal assistant because it's almost like your personal secretary. You're not only getting this beautifully, it's such a sophisticated design. This is what I call that digital secretary, or that personal kind of home. This is your hub. And then basically for free, you get 3 additional cordless handsets, and you do not have to have these, you know, plugged into anything special. It's like really just, it's a power, basically. So Lori Leland is back. We love the name Panasonic, and I have to say, as someone, I will never give up my landline. I have to say,
Me either, girl.
Maybe it's because I'm from the country. It's like you have that landline, especially since I can't seem to get reception in my home with my cell phone.
Exactly.
I mean, I really can't. But this is a perfect item to add to our emergency preparedness show.
It really is, because this is going to keep you connected to the people that you love, no matter what's going on. This has that battery backup, so we love that. This is Panasonic, our #1 top-selling home phone brand here at HSN, and you're getting all the bells and whistles. Can we just start by talking about how gorgeous this is with that champagne gold? So pretty. So you've got that beautiful, beautiful chic style to this. Typically, home phones, they look pretty industrial.
They do.
They're black, they're gray. This is gorgeous, very, very designer friendly. Then you have that giant screen right here. It's 3.4 inches. It's super easy to see. It's totally adjustable. You have talking caller ID. So when you subscribe to caller ID service, this is going to clearly announce to you exactly through your entire home who's calling. So you're not running for a call you don't want to answer. You have noise reduction. So if you're talking to someone and they're at the airport, you know how difficult that is to hear all the noise on their end. This filters all of that for you, and this has battery backup. You pop batteries in underneath the base, which you can, by the way, wall mount. You can set it on a desk, whatever you want to do with that, you're going to be able to do it. And because of that corded convenience, you'll never lose that handset. You'll always know where it is.
No kidding.
Which is really nice. But let me show you the individual handsets too, because as we mentioned, you only need that one phone jack for your main base, and then the other 1, 2, 3 handsets that you're receiving here today can just plug into power. So wherever you have power, look at the giant backlit 2-inch screen.
That's easy to read.
Look at how easy the command keys and all the numerical keys are. They're all glowing amber from within, so super easy to see, incredibly easy to hear as well. Nice loud speakerphone. We love that because we want to be able to talk hands-free. You're doing the dishes, you're cooking some Wise food, whatever you're doing, you could do it and still understand the person that you're speaking to. And then check this out. You have my all-time favorite feature. This system included it for the very first time. This is a dedicated call blocking button.
Oh, do we love that?
We love it. This is going to help keep the peace in your home. This is on every single handset and the base. With the touch of one button, you can instantaneously block up to 250 names and numbers. Panasonic, they're a brilliant brand. They've been including that feature for a while.
That is so
smart. But it's never been a dedicated button. It was typically buried in a menu, and you could only block about 20 names and numbers. This one's 250. So please, please read the customer reviews. Everyone loves this one. It is nearly perfectly rated with over 1,000 reviews on our website. You know,
please take a moment to say hi to us too. We would love to meet and greet you. It's so stylish. It's so sleek. I love the fact, like I think of my home that I used to have in Minneapolis. You know, it was an older home. It was built like in the early 1900s. They didn't have like little phone jacks everywhere. So you kind of had to be tethered to wherever they happened to put one. And nice and loud and
nice and loud. So that's a really nice thing about this too. You can hear this throughout your entire home.
Call from HSN.
Oh, so HSN is calling.
Block.
Well, it is Sunday night, Monday morning. It's pretty late. Well, this also has a built-in digital answering machine. So that's one of my favorite things about it as well. 17 minutes of record time, which makes this so nice. You're going to be able to send those calls right to the answering machine if you don't want to take them.
Just wondering if you had any plans after the show. Let me know. Bye.
So listen to that. We just screened a call from the individual handsets. Do you remember the days, not too long ago, when you had to run into wherever the base was to screen that call? Now you can screen it from every single handset.
Cool.
Isn't that amazing? Call in from anywhere in the country or in the world to get your messages. You know what else this will do? This will actually call you on a dedicated number, whatever number you set up in advance. It'll call you on your cell and play your message to you.
Oh, I love that.
So now you're connected to your home phone. Have you ever been a checker where you call into your home phone and check all day long?
I know.
You don't need to do that with this brand new Panasonic phone.
That is so cool. I mean, this is loaded. When I said it was a personal digital assistant, I didn't even have an idea of some of the things that it does. It really is. It's like having a administrative assistant at home. It really is. And then the fact that it's easy to read and it's sleek and it's stylish. You know, I think of all the services that I pay from my phone carrier, most of them I could drop because the phone does. The phone is, and actually the phone is doing things that my home, phone service is not doing. And that's what we love about this. You know, there's a reason that Panasonic is our #1 corded phone company that are offering that we sell here at HSN. They've all gone on to be customer picks. It's free shipping for $22.49. All right, now this has sound detection.
Sound detection. All right, so let me show you that feature really quickly. So I'm gonna pop into features right here. It has a built-in baby monitor. So you can use this to monitor the sounds of your pets, your children, your teenagers, your grandkids, whatever you want to do. Hear what the kids are really
saying about you in the room?
You can hear everything. Now watch this. So I'm going to set this up right now. All you do is you place this into the charging base in the room that you want to monitor. So I'm going to set it down right here. As soon as this picks up on the sound of our voices or any sound going on in the room. So I use this as a baby monitor at my mom and dad's house when they watch my child. Instead of a $100 baby monitor now, they're using their Panasonic phones. So you saw what happened. Sound was detected in this room on this handset. It then called me on the handset that I selected. So it's calling me here. I can listen as long as I want. I can put this on speakerphone. I can hear what's happening in the room. If it's in the case of my little guy, my little 2-year-old, he starts making little sounds in the morning. Mama, Mama, ready to get up. So I can listen to him for a couple minutes. Then when he starts to talk, I can go get him. But the really cool thing about this,
Don't tell HSN management that's a feature. And don't put that phone in the makeup room.
No, absolutely not. So listen, it picked up on the sound of my voice again, right? And it's calling me again. But here's the thing. You're going to be able to have this call you on your cell phone or on your work line, and you can monitor your home remotely. So if you want to listen and hear what your pets are doing, it really is. What about your teenagers? Are they not supposed to be watching TV when they get home from school? Now you're going to know what's happening around your home. It keeps you connected.
It's a big deal. I mean, and that's so cool. I know Lori was also cycling through, simple things that we expect, like the phone book, that call,
100 names and numbers.
100 names and numbers. Love that call blocking feature, but it's the convenience of this. And I know I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but usually, and if you're renting a home, certainly you can't be drilling holes in the walls and telling the phone company, I need a phone jack here. Quite often, especially if you live in an older home. When I lived in Minneapolis, the phone jack was never where I needed it to be. Ever, ever, ever. So now, this means without the added expense, I don't know what it is, it used to be around like $40, $50 in my area to have them, put like a little...
when I did it a few years ago. It was like $60, which is crazy.
So, you ballpark, $50, $60, that's one jack, basically. And if you're renting a place, then certainly you have no options. Right. And so now you're putting the phone where you need it. Or maybe it's somebody who's even had a surgery. Maybe they have to sleep, downstairs on, adjacent to, a bathroom area or whatever, where a phone was never intended to go. Then this obviously is going to be perfect for them. But it's also more secure than traditional cell phones.
So many good things about this. This is actually a huge upgrade. It's DECT 6 Plus technology. So that simply means to you, you're getting improved sound quality and range from 160 feet all the way up to 1,000 feet. So if you take one step away from your base station with your current home phones and you hear snapping and crackling on the line, that is completely eliminated with DECT 6 Plus. You also have a dedicated voice frequency. So you're not going to worry about people listening in on your private phone conversations. You're never going to worry about any interference on the line with your home Wi-Fi, with your vacuum cleaner. When your husband's vacuuming.
Good one, Lori.
I know, right? Very funny. with the baby monitor, anything like that. You never worry about interference on this system because it's a dedicated voice frequency.
It is, and it's so easy to use too, you know, because the other thing is for someone like myself, you know, even though I sell a lot of electronics here at HSN, if there are a bunch of, you know, dials and gizmos and, you know, widgets and buttons that I got to press, then I'm not going to do it. I mean, we get frustrated, our eyes kind of glaze over. Everything is labeled, it's got dedicated functions, it's got oversized, you know, dials, it's got a beautiful, bright, oversized screen. I don't even need to put on my Joy Mangano readers to be able to see that number, which is a real, yeah, for once, right?
My arms aren't long enough to see anything usually, but with this system it is. And with that built-in battery backup, when you've got that landline at home, it simply means even when you unplug this system from power or the power goes out in your home, you can still place and receive phone calls. And not only that, all the features still work.
From HSN.
Talking caller ID still working. All of the screens lit up, illuminated, glowing.
HSN.
And this isn't being powered right now. This shouldn't be happening.
No.
Hello?
Hello?
Is that you, Mike?
That's me.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe how crisp and clear you sound.
I can hear you guys so well on my end.
Oh, and we don't even have power plugged into this set of phones. Is that pretty amazing?
That's amazing.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.
Thanks, Mikey. Bye-bye.
But you know, doesn't that give you peace of mind? I mean, just
Such
like
a
our
great
today's special.
feeling.
I mean, even if you lose power, you're going to have that battery backup. You're still going to have that lifelink. And, you know, those moments can count. You know, if there's an emergency, whether it is a power outage, whether it's a medical emergency, you just always want to be able to count on your phone. But this is so much more than a phone. There are so many convenience features, things that I've actually never seen on any other phone that we sell here at HSN. I mean,
my
really.
gosh, it's loaded. Brand new fresh batteries too. You're gonna love that. This has the best battery life of any home phone we've ever offered.
Nice.
13 hours of nonstop talk time.
Oh, wow.
That could outdo you and me.
It could.
Right? And 12 days of standby time.
Oh, really?
So you've got a busy, bustling household, just
Holy
like I do,
cow.
that with that little baby and a husband and family over all the time. Just know that these handsets could be around your home, and I love that you're getting 4. It means whenever the phone rings, you're not running for it, you're not stubbing your toe, but you know that when you reach for that handset nearly 2 weeks later, it's still gonna have a charge on it, which is pretty incredible.
Deal. So you don't agonize over it's like, oh, somebody forgot to put that doggone phone on the charger again, right?
Right.
So with over 700 gone, remember there's a reason that this is the most popular corded phone that we sell here at HSN. Panasonic does features that no one else in the world does. These really make great gifts. If you read some of the reviews, people talk about, I gave this to my mom, I gave this to my son, I gave this to my daughter-in-law because I knew, you know, she had the new baby to contend with and she needed, you know, a really good cordless phone.
Right.
And you also don't have to worry not only about security, but it's really, really crisp and really, really clear.
So clear, so easy to hear. This is actually the set of phones I'm using in my home. I love that one-touch call blocking as well. You don't have to accept phone calls from people you don't want to deal with, and you never, ever, ever have to deal with them ever again. So here's what's happening. We're getting an incoming call, and you can actually set your home phone system to not accept private callers. You can block entire area codes. You can do so much with this. Bless you, Miss Shannon. So look at this. I'm getting a private call. I'm going to touch that call block and confirm, and guess what? That call has been blocked even with a private name and number. So now that person has been added to my do not call list. You never have to hear from them again. Now, if you accidentally block someone and you didn't mean to, or maybe you had a fight with someone and you don't want to hear from them for a while, you're going to be able to unblock them just as easily. But with 250 names and numbers to be able to block, this puts you in the driver's seat. This is so empowering. You're going to love this technology. It's a beautiful system. It's easy to use with all of the upgraded features from Panasonic.
Isn't that great? I can't get over that screen.
I know, it's so bright.
It is. It's just, it's so bright and luminous and easy to read. I mean, even when you're watching a movie and you want to know, you know, call the pizza guy, right? You can see what's going on in that screen.
Everything is backlit too.
It
I
is.
love that every key, even your command keys, are always backlit. That's one of my favorite features. I always look for that feature when I look at home phones because we really want to be able to use them even in the low light conditions.
You bet. And even, you know, conversely, with all the bright lights in our studio, it doesn't get washed out. I mean, it's, you don't get that eye strain. It really, it's a fabulous offer. It's almost as good as buy one and get 3 free. And remember, only that base needs to be plugged into a regular phone jack. The rest, just plug them into power.
Wherever you have power. You can have one in the powder room, in the closet, in the kitchen, wherever you want.
Wherever you want, because you can.